Yeah, if you were catnapping just now, you should be wide awake.
Yeah. Yeah. So the reason we're hanging out with Sam J. Jones today is because we have the Oklahoma Flash Gordon tour, right?
Exactly.
Come on.
Exactly.
And so we've been your entourage all week.
Yes.
It has been a blast hanging out, being your entourage all week long.
Wasn't it great turning that fog machine on before we went into Shadow Mountain? That's a joke.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Shadow Mountain Comics. Yeah, that's right. My entourage, by the way, let me be specific. My entourage is made up of a pastor, a pilot, and a comic book writer. Okay, so
It's the three P's.
yeah.
Yes.
Yo, comic book writer. What we were calling you the third P? Why are we doing that?
Yeah, we came up with something. It was
Yeah.
out there, but it
Hey,
worked. Yeah.
okay. Rockford just hopped on too and said hello to us. Kenneth Rockford has launched a very successful independent comic book called Grogan.
Grogan.
I
And,
like that, Grogan.
Epic artist.
Yeah,
He's an epic
cool.
artist.
Wow.
So excited to have you on this afternoon. So so today you're actually yesterday. Let's talk about what we did so far. So
Yeah.
you showed up in town and we just started stuffing your face with food, right?
Yeah,
As one would do.
yeah,
The
that's
next
right.
day, got up, went to Tulsa, hung out with the boys,
That's right.
and the peoples, the however they want to identify.
The peeps.
The peeps of Shadow Mountain, and spent the day in Tulsa, having
That's
a
right.
great time.
That's right.
And today you're going to be at Deadlift Collectibles.
Yes, Deadlift Comics and
And
Collectibles.
collectibles,
yes.
yes.
Comics and collect. I love
Yeah.
that you added that. We don't do him enough justice. Mike,
Yes.
we're sorry.
I think there are actually more comics than collectibles. However, comics are collectible as well. So
Amen to
so
that.
that's a
Good.
whole other show right
Yes.
there.
Yes, I love it.
That's
I love
good.
it. I love it. So you're going to be showing up there at. You're starting at 4. So we've got
4 o'clock until last person standing. I'll be there. Yes.
Wow. And you know what's fun?
Yeah.
We were watching you, and you're epic. Like the way you treat people. I'm sucking up right now, but the way you treat people is every single person that shows up. You spend time with them. You have a conversation with them. I mean, it's not like sign one and done. You really spend time
Yeah.
with them. You go out of your way to get to know them. I was watching. I was like, man, it was epic. It was really, you really honor people when you hang out with them.
Cool.
That was really cool.
Well, it's a great opportunity. It's more of an intimate setting and venue as opposed to the comic cons.
Yeah.
And it's your opportunity to share your story with me.
Yeah.
And now I get granddad, son, grandson, grandmother, daughter, granddaughter, and I get the stories. Hey, my father forced me to watch you growing up, and now I'm forcing my children, and then they love it. No, it's wonderful.
My son has been
Yeah.
so giddy all weekend. He's
Yeah.
so excited about you. Oh, by the way, so that part of the story we forgot is, I'm the nerd pastor. We're actually hosting you at Hope City Church tomorrow. too.
Come on.
So
Good to
4
be here.
o'clock today, you can go to Deadlift Collectibles in Edmond. It's right off Kelly and
Second.
Street.
Yep.
Good job, James. Way to go. And get that. And then Sunday morning, you can show up here in Arcadia, Oklahoma, right off historic Route 66,
Yes.
and hear the testimony. Here's Sam's life story. We're gonna get
Raw and real and
Yeah.
transparent. Yeah.
And it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun time at church, y'all. So if you don't have a home church, man, come hang out with us.
It's for both
Come hang out
services,
with
right?
us.
9:30 and 11 services, right?
9:30 and 11 o'clock services.
Yes.
Yes.
9:30 and 11 o'clock.
Yes.
It's gonna be a great time.
So come for one or both. Come early and stay late.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
because I'm sure we'll have different stories to share. Yeah, at
Right.
both services, absolutely. yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I've got a list of questions for you that we won't mention today. But
Good.
I've got some great questions. I really
Surprise
want
me.
to
I want it to be
And I'll
spontaneous.
throw a couple mixtures in as we get for each service.
Yeah.
So it's a little
If a question comes up where, I have to think about it, or maybe I don't want to go there, I want to do a little thing here. It's a Hollywood deal. I'm going to go like this. Look. Let's get back to that one later, shall we? Okay.
Let's circle around. We'll circle around back to that one. That's hilarious. I love that. Yeah. So, I honestly, what's fun about this is we don't know what's going to happen, but I think it'll be a great time. So,
Yes.
and then also, by the way, if you are heading out to Deadlift Collectibles, they're running sales that are going on with this too. So go out,
Good.
and
Yeah.
buy books and
Lots of
memorabilia,
specials.
everything you're gonna need.
Yeah, toys, action figures.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a lot there. I believe there's 3 brand new Flash Gordon action figures out this year, and the lunchbox, and I mean a book, coffee, the 40th anniversary coffee table edition. What else?
Yes.
Lots of
Wow,
comic
come
books
on.
from vintage.
Yeah.
to
He'll have some old
contemporary.
books. Yeah.
And you're going to have James. You're going to be there. And you're going to have all of your books as well, aren't you?
Well, I might have some of my books are already there.
Okay,
I don't know if
good.
I'll have all my books,
Good,
but
good, good.
Michael's got
James
some of
is
them
the
already.
author of the Bobcat.
That's right. Come on.
Yes.
There it is. Yeah.
That's it.
So, okay, well, let's do a couple questions here real quick. Let's just do some random questions, and we'll go in depth on real quick on your on kind of life, career, and everything, and even share what's going on. But I need to know what's your overall about the nerd culture in Oklahoma.
I love it. I mean, I love Oklahoma.
Yeah,
Usually when I do the personal appearances, it's a Comic Con. That means I drive to one venue and I stay right there. But when I'm doing the comic book stores / collectible toy stores, I can't, they have to be, to avoid a conflict of interest, they have to be at least 50 miles apart. So I'm doing a lot of driving, a lot of local driving from point A to point B. I get to see the community. I get to see, all the open lands, and we got to see the round barn today, and and the people are great. And I love it. I usually get here on a Thursday or Friday, and again, just going the whole weekend, multiple different places, and I love doing this. I really do.
yeah. Well, we're excited to have you. I know last year was supposed to be the 40th. It is
Yes.
the 40th anniversary.
But
you had a lot-
it carries over. Remember,
Right.
the movie
Oh,
opened
okay.
Christmas 1980
Right.
and carried over
Oh.
into early 81.
That's right.
Perfect.
We are 2021.
That's right.
So
Yes.
we're
right.
doing the 40th anniversary.
Yes.
then. I love that.
Carry
I
over.
love that.
Yes.
But you had a lot of stuff planned for 2020 that kind of got shut down too. And
It did, yeah.
So it's
I
fun.
had the key members of the cast: Brian Blessed, Ornella Muti, Melody Anderson,
oh man,
myself. Timothy Dalton was still up there on the top of the fence, hovering on whether he was going to do. But I had everybody signed up and committed to do the world tour. So we're going to have to do something early next year as well.
yeah, no, that needs
That's
to
great.
happen. That
Yeah.
needs to happen.
Yeah.
What about Flash Gordon is the inspiration for Star Wars?
True.
I agree with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, George Lucas wanted to do Flash Gordon. He went to acquire the screenplay rights, and for some reason, I have my own ideas why he wasn't, he wasn't awarded the screenplay rights. Remember, he's dealing with Dino De Laurentiis and the Italians and Luca and Antonio. Probably why.
That's awesome. So, so let's talk Flash Gordon then, real quick,
Yeah,
because it would be insane not to have some question about Flash Gordon.
sure.
So I mean, that really was kind of your breakout role at that point, right?
Yeah,
And so you're
Yeah.
showing up fresh, new into all this.
very naive.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I got the part, because I look like this guy that you still had that naivete about him.
Yeah.
And I
Yep,
mean,
yep.
and remember, Flash Gordon, Flash Gordon is one of the few superheroes who does not have superpowers.
That's
Right.
right.
He has to rely on his wit and his athleticism. And when
That's
the
good.
wit isn't
Yeah.
working, it's athleticism and vice versa. But yeah, he's one of the few. He's just a guy.
Yeah.
And that's why I think most of America in the world can relate to him.
Yeah.
Well, if that guy can do it, and he was just a quarterback for the New York Jets, just a guy, then I can do that. And that's what makes him so inspirational as well.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
that opening scene on the plane when you're and I can't remember the actress. What was her name?
Melody
Melody
Anderson.
Melody Anderson.
She
Okay.
played Del Arden.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when you meet Dell,
Yeah.
right? Like that's the character right there. Like that was
Yeah.
a perfect setup for the whole understanding what this character's gonna be like.
Yeah.
Because everything you're gonna deal with from that point forward, it comes from that point of view.
That's
that,
right.
that was a really great opening for that. So
Cool.
yeah, so that's amazing. And then and the sets there were amazing. This isn't like green screen or not a lot of green.
Well, it was blue screen, but remember, the sets were built.
Yeah.
They were the real deal. And just to give you perspective, we filmed it in 1979. So if we do the inflation math right now, that was a $35 million film in 1979.
Wow.
If you do the inflation math, we're talking 230 plus million.
Wow.
So yes, you walk on a set. Some of those sets were $1 million sets, but we use blue screen
Yeah.
for some of the space, obviously all the space stuff, but the costumes. Remember,
on.
the production designer was Danilo Donati. What does that mean? He did all the Fellini movies.
Ah,
So the costumes, for instance, Max Finestito's costume
right.
was 30,000 hand sewn beads, sequin beads. Well,
Wow.
they don't do that anymore.
Wow.
It's not cost effective and it's very time.
Yeah.
So he brought in to London where we filmed it. He brought in about 150 Italian seamstresses to
Wow.
put these costumes to. That's why it's not going to.
Wow.
It's not going to have that same look without those type of
Yeah.
costumes. You know.
Wow. So in the documentary Life After Flash,
Yeah.
you talked about the fact that he stayed in. He was the one that stayed in costume the whole time, right? Was that him?
Well, Max, yeah, when we were
Max
doing,
stayed in
doing the off camera,
Yeah,
yes, for
he would
me,
be-
yes.
But did he stay in character also the whole time, or just in costume?
That's a very good question. I mean, when he was on the set, yes, it's, if I remember, it's safe to say he did stay in character most of the time.
That's
Absolutely. That's
What a
why he
trip.
would only walk on set
yeah.
when it was time for him for his scene or
Wow.
to do off camera for me or anybody else.
That's a lot. I mean, he had a
Yeah.
lot. I mean, he had a lot of clothes on
Yeah,
too.
he
To be
did.
walking around like that all
I think
day.
his costume was 60 pounds.
What?
So, yeah. So when you're going to come on set,
Man.
you're going to be ready. You're not going to be sitting
Wow.
there, standing around, waiting. Yeah.
Wow,
Wow.
that's epic.
Yeah.
Yeah. 60 pounds. That's amazing. So, share, and then I love Brian Blessed. I love his character in that too. Like, it's just this, like, they're bird warriors, right? But he's like
Hawkman, yeah.
Hawkman.
That's cool too.
Like
Bird
bird
warrior.
warrior.
Hawkman.
Hawkman.
Yeah.
But I love what I love about him is just like he's just this like the joy in his character the
Yeah.
whole time.
It
Like,
is, yes.
even
He's
in,
robust and
yeah.
hardy, and
even when there's anger moments, it's just that like he's just it's just even to
he's
like,
relishing
yeah,
everything.
it's-
That's
he's
yeah.
such a great
He's
character.
a force,
yeah.
and when he walks into any room, he takes it by storm.
Wow.
Whether he's trying to or not, he just can't help it. Every time I've done a Q&A, which has been many with him,
Yeah.
it'll be Melody Anderson, Del Arden, and myself. We will all be on stage. We're in the UK, we're in England, and we're talking 2,000 people in the audience.
Wow.
And we'll all have a microphone like this. And what he'll do is we're all introduced, and he'll grab his mic, he'll stand up, he'll walk down stage where he's closer to the audience, and after he'll do a 10-minute monologue, and when he's finished, he'll look back to us and he'll say, "Look at Sam, look at Melody. Aren't they beautiful? Now back to me." And you know what? You love it. You can't take offense.
That's amazing.
You absolutely love it, and
Yeah.
and the fans love it.
Right.
That's
It's
amazing.
wonderful.
I love that.
I'd love to meet him sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you will. I mean, he was coming to America numerous times last year, but that needs to be
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's amazing. I love that. So, and then, okay, so then the other thing that's interesting about this is, I didn't understand this part so when you look at this movie, right?
Yes.
The other character that like, because the movie, when this movie was being made, I don't want to be offended. I'm trying to say it's
No, you can't offend me. Yeah.
what was the intention of the director when he was making it? Was it made was it made with seriousness, or was there an idea that it was
No,
gonna be,
it's
it was
an
gonna be-
incredible question.
Okay.
Or
or was there an idea it was going to be campy from the beginnings? That's what I'm saying.
it's
Yeah.
a great question. Let me go back to.
Yeah.
Let me give you perspective on the
It
director.
was a
Mike.
scary question. to
Yeah.
ask.
No,
I'm glad I
no,
got
no,
this out.
no.
You got it.
Michael, well, here's what you're dealing with. Michael Hodges directed the movie.
Yeah.
He came. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Now, most huge production movies, the director does anywhere from 3 months to 6 months to a year of development and pre-production.
Wow.
Well, the original director, Nicholas Rogue, did all that. He left. Michael Hodges came in 3 weeks before
Right.
principal photography.
Right.
So you got two different looks. So now flash forward, no pun intended, but it is.
Good one. Yeah.
Unintended.
Good one.
Here I am. Okay, it's opening. It's a screening. I'm there, and I say to myself, okay, I need to be objective. I'm in this, but I need to be as though I have nothing to do with this, and I need to watch this from that perspective. So, like you said, as I'm watching, I'm saying to myself, am I supposed to laugh at that? Are they being funny? Is it camp?
Yeah.
And that was my
Right.
own thinking, and I
Yeah.
was in the movie.
Right,
Okay,
right,
I
right,
was
right.
in the
Yeah.
movie.
That's awesome.
So I tell people now, look, instead of doing all this crazy brainstorming,
Yeah.
just sit back and enjoy the ride. man.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Just enjoy the ride, the adventure, really.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. It's funny because even like you get this vibe, like with the Hawkmen,
Yeah.
like there is that it's kind of upbeat with them, but then
Yes.
with I should have wrote down
Timothy Dalton,
yeah,
Prince Baron,
Prince Barron's
he's
character.
very serious.
He what that was it. Like he was
Oh,
the
he was se-
prince, and there was no.
Yeah.
I mean,
He
he
was
was playing
serious.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he like that on and off?
Yeah. He felt, well, he wanted Princess Aura. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
for his own.
Yeah.
And then I came along and he could tell she was having eyes for me.
Yeah.
And that now he took offense at that, and yeah, and that caused that contention between us. It helped a lot in our battle scene as well.
Oh yeah.
And then of course he realized at the end of the battle, hey, I'm not this threat. I'm on his side.
Yeah.
Let's team up together. Unity as opposed to division. That's
Yeah.
something in
Yep.
America that's been very
Come on, that's
rampant.
good.
Yeah.
So let's team up together. Let's unify and let's take out the real evil forces.
I
He
love
realized he wasn't and I wasn't.
Yeah.
The Ming the Merciless was the real evil force.
Yeah,
And that needs to be carried over into what we've been dealing with in America and in the world right now.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Common
That's
sense stuff. man.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Did you feel like, I always felt like when I was watching Timothy Dalton, just
Uh-huh.
his persona, his
Yeah.
look, his performance, he was like channeling Errol Flynn just a little bit.
Oh no, he has
You know
that
what I'm saying? Just a little bit of
incredible
that.
look.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
wonderful actor too.
Yeah.
He
yeah.
really brought so much value.
Oh yeah.
Not only to the character of Prince Baron, but to everybody, to the entire
Wow.
film. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Now but that's kind of that's just, I imagine that's kind of just his personality too. Like he's got that, because even when you see him in other movies and stuff, that's kind of
Yeah, no, I mean,
Sure.
Yeah,
the
he-
word's
he-
gravitas,
he's-
or I don't know what the word is, but like he's got kind of a
A strong
He's
presence.
strong presence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does,
So
yeah.
that's awesome. That's awesome. So now what's interesting is, so when I saw Flash Gordon, right? Because we were talking about this at dinner one night. The first time I saw Flash Gordon, it came out when I was born. Like I was
Right.
born in
So
1980.
you saw it on
I-
VHS or
I saw it on cable at a friend's
okay,
house,
so okay.
and it was cut. It was cut for time too.
What you mean when it first came to HBO?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, oh wow. Yeah, I didn't
So the
realize,
first time, so I
I
probably
didn't
was.
realize it came out that long ago.
I probably was. So when I saw it, though, what I'm saying is when I saw it, I was had to be 8 or 9.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
the
okay,
first
that
time I
makes
saw it,
sense.
I was 8
So
or
it
9
came out
years
on
old.
HBO,
Yeah.
right? Probably 40, 19. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
19.
88 or
So,
89.
I'm not
88
sure.
or
I'm sure it
89.
was on
Yeah, yeah.
Makes sense.
Because
Yeah, yeah.
I was at a friend's house and we watched it at his house, and he had cable and I didn't. So that's all I remember on that. But I remember the first time watching it because there's this joy that comes in. It's like there's something about it. Like there was there's something different even than now. Like there's a magic. There's the movie magic when
Sure.
when your imagination can handle it.
Right,
So
right.
my son just turned 10. So last year we sat down and watched it, and not knowing exactly because I had seen it, but I just didn't remember everything about it.
Yeah.
But even the stuff that he doesn't need, he doesn't really get. But the
Yes.
stuff that he does get, he gets. Like he
Yes.
loves, right? Like he
Right.
thinks it's so fun.
Right.
And so it was kind of fun too, like last year to relive that childhood memory of Flash Gordon. And now with my son, who's
Yeah.
just as nervous when you're on that moving platform with the spikes
Yeah.
that are there,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, like
yeah.
that nervousness.
Like, oh
of
my gosh, yeah.
"Ah,"
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, or my daughter was watching with us too, and just that nervousness of them, fighting on that, and the
Sure.
board moving, and the spikes, and
And then the hand reaching into the
Oh yeah.
tree,
Yeah.
the wood piece. I was told by quite a few fans when they were young men and they saw the movie that I traumatized them, or that the wood beast trauma. And just to change the subject for
yeah,
one
yeah.
second,
No, go
because
for it.
listen to me, Pastor Terry. As I'm looking at you, a fan came to my table yesterday.
Yeah.
He said, "What happened to Ming the Merciless?" I said, "What are you talking about?" That was Max. He passed away last year.
Yeah.
No. He walked in with you. I said, "No, what are you talking about?" That me. As I'm looking at you right now, listen. Now I'm a bit.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a bit late at figuring things out. As I'm staring at you while you're talking, you are the guy he was talking.
Oh,
Am I
gosh.
right, James? Am I right? Ming the
Yes.
Merciless.
Oh
Dude,
my
I
gosh.
just put that together.
That
It
is
took
hilarious.
me a day later to put that together.
That is hilarious.
He is Ming the
Can I
Merciless.
just
Look at
tell
this.
y'all, if you're watching right now, this is why you want to live life right. Like, this is the greatest day ever. Like,
Yeah.
yes.
So
you
I
got
wanna-
to do the face. Take a glance at the poster
Yes.
Hold on.
and then do the face.
Wait.
Yeah. And
Wait. What did he say? Let me get the beginning line. He goes, I want to play with them. What is it? No,
I
let
want
me-
to play with things
Yes.
a while.
Yeah.
I love to play with
Yeah,
things.
so I want to apologize to the fan out there where I looked at you and said, I don't know what you're talking about. Ming the Merciless wasn't here, but guess what? I apologize. You were right. He's sitting right next to me right now. Okay.
Yes,
What a day!
that's
This
awesome.
Is the greatest day
That's
ever.
awesome.
I don't care what anyone says. Like
Yeah.
I literally, it doesn't even matter if we make it till tomorrow. My day has just been made. That's epic. How fun is that? No, it was funny. Like we walk into the comic book store and there was 4 of us all walking in,
Yep.
and that was it was kind of like it was fun being your entourage. We were having a
That was
blast
the
with it.
first
There
time
was-
that's happened.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Marine before I'm an actor, right?
Yeah.
In my mind, next year will be 50 years that I will be a Marine. So I'm kind of a one-man show. I
Yeah.
like to do
Yeah.
everything myself. And sometimes it gets me in a little bit of trouble, but my wife says just okay. But when
You
the,
do
when the
you.
3 of them walked in with me, it was like, oh, you can see the eyes
yeah,
get big.
yeah.
Well, are they the bodyguards? Or
Right.
I don't know what's
They're-
going on here.
They're all.
Are they gonna
Wait.
serve us? You've been served.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, what is this?
Well, did I also hear when we walked in? Is Timothy Dalton with him again too?
yes,
That was-
yeah.
And I don't know who that would be,
Yeah.
but I was
Yeah.
just kind of throwing that out there.
I love that. That's so
I'm
epic.
insinuating that hopefully someone
Oh,
said I
are
look
you-
like
oh, I
Timothy
get it. Yeah.
Dalton.
No, sorry.
Okay,
yeah.
I have
No,
to get in
that's-
on this. I can't be left out.
That's what we were thinking too.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got that look, Dave. Yeah, you and Trey have that look.
Oh my
Again,
Yeah.
we have the airline pilot. We have the preacher who walked in, and we have the graphic novel comic book writer
Come
as well,
on, come on.
that walked in with me. So it was,
Yeah,
yeah.
That's
And then they
hilarious.
disappeared. I kept saying, hey,
Yeah,
I
we
want-
left him
yeah,
hanging.
They kept saying, I want you to meet. I want you to meet my friends. I say this to the fans, and say, well, where is he? I need to talk to him. I want to talk to your airline pilot. I want to talk to the comic book writer. And I want to, I want to talk to the passenger. Every
Yeah,
time I looked up,
yeah.
they were gone.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
were gone. I don't know where they were.
we were running security for you. We were
We were
making
on
sure.
security,
we were
yeah,
checking the
outside. You're checking,
That's
parameter.
right.
checking
Yeah.
the perimeter.
The
Perimeter,
perimeters.
yeah.
Yes.
Had the earpiece in. We were ready. I mean, we were keeping you safe. That's
Yes.
what we were doing.
Yes.
The
Amen.
fact you couldn't see us was how you knew how safe you were. That's right.
Yeah,
We
good.
were ready.
First, we checked our parameters. Then we
Parameters.
set the perimeter.
Then we set the
Listen, I'm from
That's right.
Oklahoma. I don't speak English.
And
well.
and Trey was checking the altimeter.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah.
And
so,
remember-
no, yeah, we did you wrong on that. We apologize.
No,
We
you-
were correct is what happened. We
We went shopping.
yeah, there was a toy store next door, so
Next
we
door
were
to the
looking for
comic
more.
book
I got
action
you some
figures.
comics, by the way, for your collection. You got to look
Yeah.
through them and see which ones
Hey,
are going
that's
to work.
really cool. You should talk about it because with what we do, it's nerd swag. So it's
Yeah.
all the stuff we get that's nerdy, and comics is a big part of that.
Yeah,
You've got a huge collection.
Yeah.
I
of-
do. And I didn't really know I had it. I mean, I think we're all big American Picker fans. I watch American Pickers.
Yeah,
Can I tell them?
yeah.
I'll try to
go
do
for
this
it.
5-minute story in 20, 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah. Go
So I'm watching American Pickers, and Mike and Frank are showing up at this older man's house. He comes out in an electric cart. He's got all these valuable cars that are, almost restored, but not quite. A huge collection. And Mike and Frank say, how much? And he replies, I'm not going to sell it. We all know the end. The answer is, I'm going to finish the restorations. And he's 87, and I'm screaming at the TV, you're lying to them.
Yeah.
You're going to
yeah.
pass away. You're going to leave all these incredible collectibles to your kids, and it's going to be a burden for them, because Mike and Frank are going to now give them a penny on the dollar as
Yeah,
opposed to
'cause they-
40 cents on the dollar. So then that light bulb went off in my head. Wait a minute. I got 700 boxes in storage in my house. Okay. And then that voice said, okay, usually it's the first voice in my head is usually the voice of fear. And then the second voice is the voice of reason, or the voice of God, who takes over. And that voice said, do 4 piles. One is a throwaway, one is a giveaway, one is to sell certain items. And now you have the collectibles. I realize as I'm opening boxes, I have a huge Flash Gordon collection. And that's what I put. Now I went from 700 boxes down to about 70. And I've
Wow.
I've cataloged it.
Wow.
And the other stuff obviously was not Flash Gordon stuff. It was just stuff.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, right,
Stuff.
yeah,
It's
right.
mine. Wait a minute. Yeah. Let me give you the answer of stuff. It's mine. Okay.
That's amazing.
So 70 boxes. And now we have a really cool Flash
Yeah.
Gordon collection
yeah.
that we
that's
cataloged for insurance purposes.
Wow.
And
Sure.
we're taking
Yeah.
pictures and all that. Yeah.
So
Heck
okay,
yeah.
back to the biography. You were in a room, and in that room, there was a pinball machine that was Flash Gordon, wasn't there?
Yes.
So that's something
That
still
was a
part of that
gift.
collection?
I did Texas Pinball Festival, and they gave me as a gift I think it's an 8.7, 8.6
Wow.
restoration of
Yeah.
Bali, from 1980. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Wow.
I did Sturgis last August. I have a one of a kind Flash Gordon Harley Davidson.
Oh my gosh. Were you
yeah,
on the
it-
Harley when you were announcing that you were going to be at the church? Was that Harley?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah,
that's
one.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's
Okay.
very unique. It's a special edition, 40th anniversary. Also, it's the 80th anniversary of Sturgis. That was given to me as a
Ah.
gift from Michael Ballard. He's the owner of the largest biker bar in the world, the Full Throttle Saloon. So I have that as my collection too. I mean, I just write it locally. Too many people texting for me right now, so I just write. I live in San Diego, so that's part of the collection. And then, I mean, it just goes on and on. I have the only surviving Flash shirt from
Wow.
the movie,
Yeah.
which is a one of a kind.
That's
All
amazing.
these are one of a kinds.
Yeah.
It's,
And there's only one. There's only
there's
one
only one
T-shirt
left.
left.
We had about 8 or 10, but they were tweaked and scarred up and torn from all the fight scenes.
Wow.
And remember, what makes this unique? It was hand painted. All the red, even the red
Oh,
on
I
the
didn't know
sleeves, the
that.
red on all hand. So
Wow.
that's even a uniqueness and rarity
Yeah.
within a rarity, because
So cool.
there's little discrepancies
Yeah.
of where the paint would just
Sure.
run a little bit.
Sure.
Wow.
So that's a one of a kind as well.
That's
Okay, so
cool.
we'll put the word out.
Yeah.
Everyone out there in podcast land,
Yeah.
if you know of one of the Survivor shirts that has, whatever flaws or rips or tears or marks, let us know. Because
Yeah.
Sam would be
Yeah.
very
I
interested
don't
in
think
hearing
they're gonna
about that.
find- I think this
Yeah,
is
probably
the,
not.
the
This is
only
it.
one.
Yeah.
Because
Amazing.
remember, I wore every one. And the
Yeah.
unique thing about the T-shirt, we're talking about
Yeah.
the Flash T-shirt.
Yeah.
As I brought it out and I looked at it for the first time in 40 years, I went, "Oh my gosh!" Because people keep asking me, "Can you fit into that T-shirt now?" And I would say, "Well, what do you think? What do you think?" So, so I looked at it and went, "Oh my gosh!" It's on the mannequin. I looked at it and I went, "Oh my gosh!" They tailor fit all these T-shirts. A T-shirt.
Wow.
You know how they tailor fit the
Yeah.
sides?
Yeah.
Mhm.
They a seamstress tailor fit this to my body measurements. A
Wow.
T-shirt.
Wow.
That's why it looked, I guess, so form fitting.
Yeah.
So yes,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
So
That's-
yes,
You could tell.
I look
You could tell.
exactly the same in it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
wasn't loose and floppy
Yeah.
at the bottom.
Yeah.
It was
So-
right there.
So we got 5 minutes before we gotta let Sam go. If you're watching right now and you want to send this question, you better type fast, and we'll ask
Yep.
the first or second question that's not ridiculous. We will ignore you if it's too ridiculous. I'll just let you know
No,
right
let
now.
it be ridiculous.
No, listen.
Well,
no,
some
you don't
some
know
get-
the people that hang
there's
out
another
with.
people
word
hang
besides
out there,
ridiculous. Some of
certain
these are
ones.
just like out
So
there.
no,
yeah.
I'm just kidding. But yeah,
So
first
if you don't want me to answer it, then you just go.
Yeah,
go
yeah.
like this.
I'll
to me
be-
and I'll
No,
do
it's
this.
up to you. Yeah, it's up to you. You call
No,
it. You
listen,
call it. Sam.
You
I
go
don't
for it.
know
You
what
go
to
for it.
say.
So, but what's awesome is, and so we'll just recap for everyone who's watching right now.
Yeah.
Tonight, yesterday you were at Shadow Mountain Signing
Comics, yes.
Comics
In Tulsa.
Yeah.
Today you're at Deadlift
Comics and
Comics
collectibles. At Second and
Kelly.
Second and Kelly,
Kelly in
Edmond, Oklahoma.
in Edmond, Oklahoma. Yes.
4 o'clock
Till
until
last person standing. 4
So-
o'clock today. That's in 30 minutes, by the
yeah.
way.
That's why
Yeah,
we're
we're
That's
gonna
in
wrapping
we're
it up
30
gonna
right
minutes.
now.
wrap it up in just a
I
few
gotta get
minutes.
there and
We'll
get
be
set
there in
up, yeah.
15.
Yeah,
It'll just
and
take
then-
15 to get there.
And then tomorrow you're hanging out here at the church. It's Hope City Church,
Yeah,
Arcadia, Oklahoma. We are right off Route 66, 222 North Odor.
that's right.
And 9:30 and 11 o'clock, you'll be sharing your
Q and
testimony.
A with you
Yeah.
on stage,
Yeah,
and
live Q
well,
and
we're going to get real and raw. I love real, raw, and transparent.
I
Man,
love
we
it.
have to.
I love it. I
We
love it.
have to,
So, and I'm guessing everyone's just slow typing because we're running out of time. But
Yeah,
we'll start wrapping up. If a question comes in,
we'll play this back later, and they can
Yeah.
ask questions at the
Yeah.
time, and then we can forward them to Sam,
Yeah.
and maybe he can answer them
Kenneth says
or
he
whatever.
met you on a plane at a con, and that you're a super cool guy. So
Who did?
Kenneth Rockford.
Oh,
The
okay,
guys
cool.
telling you did the Rogan. So yeah.
Okay,
That's awesome.
Cool, man.
So Sam, just thanks for hanging out with us today and being
Yeah.
a part of this. And we're excited about the Oklahoma tour. We're going to bring you back in Oklahoma.
I'm coming back in August.
August
How about
13th, 14th, and
So-
15th.
Yeah.
So if you
Yes.
couldn't make it this time, just make some plans. We'll
Yeah.
we'll make sure we're promoting it well. We're going to hang out with you,
that? Good.
but man, this has been a blast, and it's been great getting to hang out with you and get to know you. And
Yeah, by the way, guys, if you have an opportunity to come and meet Sam, you need to do it
Yeah.
because he's there for you. I've seen plenty of people out there, and I'm not slamming or disparaging anybody else, but he just thoroughly enjoys the interaction. And I've even seen him converse to the point that the person he's talking to is surprised that he spends that much time engaging with them,
Come on.
and they're pleasantly surprised. So I'm just telling you,
Yeah.
that's all straight up. Definitely make a big effort to do that.
Yeah,
It'll
for
be
sure.
fun. We'll have
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Well, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. But thanks for joining us. Do us a favor too, if you want to see us be on here, like and subscribe whatever format that you are watching on right now. We've got some. We're gonna have some non-live, some normal content. I don't know what do you call it when you just. We're gonna upload some videos here pretty soon, and then we'll be start up our live schedule once more. We've got some guests that we're getting with in the back.
Yeah, Mark
And,
Dodson is going to be back with us. We just have to
Oh,
find out
yeah,
when.
I like that.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
great.
I
Yeah.
was just with him.
We had
I
he
like
was
that
at
guy.
he was
Where
at Deadlift, and that's where we met him, and we had a
Oh.
great, wonderful, crazy interview.
I'm gonna mute this.
And
I
then
think I
something
was in-
happened with the sound, and I'm not blaming
I think I was in
anybody
Bo-
because I
think it
had
was
nothing to do with
Boise,
it.
Idaho at a con with him.
Yeah.
I like that guy.
He's great. He's great.
Yeah.
So this has been My Nerd Swag TV, and we have Sam J's Jones. We have,
James Hostler.
and I'm the Nerd Pastor, Pastor T. Love you guys more than a friend. We'll catch you later.
Talk to you soon, guys.